很多人不知道 AIRSYNC 就是 async system is not intended to replace or contest any official monitoring station. It is a supplementary hyper-local system station. It is a supplementary NO2, O3, SO2, CO, PM2.5, PM10 humidity and temperature around the pole's immediate vicinity. 就是在我们的这里自己的地方。ASIN have undergone collocation and performance evaluation against the reference grade instrumentation under a UKM project. Following the US EPA recommended principle and methodology, and the evaluation assess correlation, bias and precision, and respond to changes pollutant concentration. However, the ASIN is not a US EPA certified instrument and will not be represented as such. 所以是就是一个温度的东西 air pollution 让我们自己知道 The current MBKS ASIN unit and DOE station are approximately 3 kilomiles apart. Therefore, comparing their reading is not technically a collocation test. Differences are expected due to location, installation height, local pollution source, weather conditions, sensor technology, update interval, and averaging periods. So we clearly label the ASIN reading as indicative and supplementary. OK， 所以呢，这个 official health advisory and regulatory decision should continue, OK, to refer to Department of Environment and NREB. In summary, DOE and NREB provide the official benchmark, while ASIN provided additional local facilities, higher spatial and temporal coverage, and early indication for short-term and localized pollution changes. These two systems serve different but complement all the purposes. 这个呢，到时候我们会给我们的 press 当然 press 有很多问题给我的，我们也会到时直接回应他们。所以呢，我觉得这个呢，我们也希望大家经过这个以后呢，我知道有的人呢带 the smart pole API number. No, I already said we are not an official indicator. We are not allowed to go into ministry on that. That is for our area. If you put a instrument in your house, let it be in your house. You cannot ask other people to say this is mine, so you must get mine into yours. So big is big because if you go to Syrian, if you go and measure anything, you go, because that is stationed there. At the moment, you are taking the average among all the Kuching, the whole Kuching. So it must be one body, don't kepo. So some of the YB say I kepo, you know, put it on the Facebook and laugh at it. To me, this is not kepo. My smart pole is there before the air pollution. We measure it every day. We measure it every day. Okay, we look through every day. We see it every day. And we know that we don't represent anybody to make official announcement. It is just for our own use. Correct? So don't tie it to anybody. Okay. Local index is an initiative. It's a smart city initiative that we have installed for people who we are going to install more on those parks that people do exercise. This is one way we're trying to let the public know that when you go for exercise and breathe in the air, are clear, are clean, have no pollution, API okay. That is what we are trying to do. So you think Taman Sahabat or Kuching Park here can measure until Bau or measure until 7 Mile or airport? Mesti tidak boleh. Okay. So that is what it is. So whatever it is, we will get a doctor to come in to explain more on this. So people have more wider idea. Okay, these are professional because Mayor also not professional. Mayor only say, okay, this is good for our people, install it. Healthy, unhealthy, unhealthy, you know, these are the things we do for our rakyat. Okay, so don't laugh at it lah. I'm so if you are, you know, I don't know how they laugh at the whole thing, but whatever it is, I think to case I already have put it. So now I think it's only fair that I get our doctor to come in. Yeah. So if those people 你们可以 share 出去，如果大家有关心到这个东西的话，now for two press that you have asked the question, I will WhatsApp to you with the answer later, and I will give you a formal one later on, yeah, because I think to Suara, Sarawak, and Borneo Post, but just please use the words properly and don't use the headline to catch people. I did not defend. I just explain. I will not dare to defend. I explain. Mayor explain, because these are all the top people. This is their jurisdiction. You know, their reading, not mine. I'm just trying to put on, you know, you just like install your own Astro in your own house. You see your own movie. Other people see their own movie. So, okay. All right. So now, so the topic, we are thinking of how to because if I am not going to explain, okay, then people will say that what enforce circulation. No, this is the post is outside. It's outside, so they can measure. So it's just for those people who coming here to do exercise. That's all. Okay, smart pole for healthy people to read. Okay. Now, doctor, I have to welcome you. I must thank you for coming in. Okay, he's a atmospheric chemist. A lot of people don't know what it is. I also don't know, but whatever it is, I'm sure you have the knowledge to share with me. Like most of the time, yeah, when we have problems or issue, or we have something that our Rakyat want to know, we always want to get the right person to answer the right thing and to explain. Yeah, so I really appreciate in such a short time. I give him notice at 11 something or 12 saying that, can you ask him to help me to come in and explain? Because whatever I explain, I only can read whatever is given to me. But I only think it's only fair that, you know, it come out from yourself. So first of all, we'll call this topic will be same has but different readings. But totally, this is just a joke. Okay, this topic. But I think let's get into the actual thing. So I think first of all, before we talk about all this, yeah, I think I would like to ask Dr. Shahrul, can you briefly just introduce your work in the air quality monitoring?
Okay. Hi, Dato Wee. Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear. Okay. The important thing is the public can hear you.
Yeah.谢谢你.
Not bad.
Dato Wee, ni hao to all. Salam sejahtera to all of Sarawakian. Okay, first of all, I would like to thanks. I want to give my deep appreciation to Majlis Bandaraya Kuching Selatan MBKS, Mayor Dato Wee, and the whole committee for inviting me. Basically, Dato Wee, it was a quite last minute call. For your information, today is my 22nd anniversary with my wife. So I bring the whole family to my office. But they stay put in the office. Otherwise, it will be so noisy with the kids.
Okay, sorry.
It's okay. But this is my. I just want to say that it is my responsibility as a researcher. I'm not saying Dato Wee that I'm the expert. I'm quite surprised when Dato Wee just now said that you also not a expert. Just same as me, I'm not really expert. I'm academician and researcher who with my team we basically my name is Muhammad Shahrul. I'm a senior lecturer at Department of Earth Sciences and Environment, UKM, Faculty of Science and Technology. Just a short introduction about my work and my team area. Basically, my work focuses on environmental monitoring, air quality sensors, atmospheric science, and environmental science, and translating environmental data into information that communities and local authorities can be used easily. Okay, our work includes sensor development for the past 10 years. We had a team here at UKM called UKM Atmospheric Research Group, where in this group we have various type of, I can say group, like we have air quality, air pollution, we have sensors and so on. So that is just a short introduction about myself.
Okay, okay.
Dato' Wee.
So I think you know why we invited you here, lah.
Yeah, I
So,
know. Yeah.
no, because I think on this the air sensor on MBKS ESG, our smart poles are the air sync sensor developed
Yeah.
by Universiti Kebangsaan Malaysia. So it's
Yeah.
UKM. So
Yeah.
why did UKM develop the air sync sensor?
Okay, that is very good question, and there are similar question always asked to me. Okay, basically, Dato' Wee and all, we look back, if Dato' Wee remember, in 2019, that was incident in
19. You know why
2019.
I
Yeah,
remember?
yeah.
That is the year I was appointed as a mayor.
Oh really? Oh really? Okay, okay, Dato' Wee. So nice to hear that. I mean, it's really close to our history. So basically, back in 2019, Dato' Wee, if you all remember, Pasir Gudang incident in Semenanjung in Johor, Sungai Kim Kim incident, if you remember, that was it happened before COVID. And during that time, Sungai Kim Kim was polluted by, I mean, a culprit. Until now, we didn't, I mean, like authorities didn't catch any person or any individual who dumped the chemicals. And then the chemicals dumped into the Sungai Kim Kim or Kim Kim River, and then the chemicals evaporated. And as you know, okay, for today, I think I don't want to be too technical. That will be just like a layman's story. So basically, when the chemicals dump into the river, it will some chemicals evaporated very quickly. So just like you boil a water, right? That will be so once you boil the water vapor will quickly evaporated into the atmosphere. So that what happened in 2019. So where the chemicals were evaporated, and then because of the wind speed, wind direction, and it moved the parcel of air contain the VOC polluted from the river towards school, towards the community areas, and then make a lot of catastrophic incident where if you remember, if you can Google Sungai Kim Kim incident 2019, you can see the most community that affected during that time were students, teachers, and a few community areas nearby the Sungai Kim Kim. So during that time in Johor, there were Department of Environmental Air Quality Monitoring Station, or we call it for short CAQMS, Continuous Air Quality Monitoring System. So every state in Malaysia, Dato' Wee, DOE deploy at least one unit, or when I say unit, it's like a cabin lah. It's like a big, like a container cabin. So as far as I know, because we UKM also, we work closely with Jabatan Alam Sekitar, with Department of Environment for the past 15 years ago. DOE installed about 65 stations across Malaysia, including Sabah and Sarawak. And I heard recently they deploy more station, because to cover those area, those that has hotspot or burning, biomass burning, or like people that burn stuff and so on. So this station basically quite big and quite heavy, and of course. For your information, Department of Environment, our government spend millions of ringgit to sustain or to maintain one station. And you can imagine, Dato' Wee, if you have, just like just now your introduction, you mentioned about when, even though if you have some incident at this particular area, and then it happened at another incident happened, let's say like 100 meter or 200 meter, basically the air quality condition at these two nearest point, basically it's not will be not the same. So because so that's why, if you can imagine, if DOE want to deploy 100 of station, I think bankrupt lah our government. So
correct.
that is when UKM, like myself, because during my PhD I developed a small portable device. I can say device first, when and then after that I can say about sensor. So small device. So how I can develop a device that can act to as a complementary, just like you say in your introduction, Dato Wee. So how can we develop very user friendly? We use IoT now. People talk about IoT. We talk about AI. So how this device can help the citizen by using this small device. We have IoT, we have mobile apps, we have dashboard like MBKS, like Dato Wee showed just now. So how can we make ease? We want to help the Department of Environment, basically, Dato Wee. So that's why this is how our history, our device started to to share to the community. In fact, basically, Dato Wee, my team at UKM, we just finished our project with NREB Sarawak in Bintulu. So involve UITM Sarawak, UKM, and NREB and a few NGO. So during that study, we use this kind of sensor. We put at Bintulu, at Tanjung Kidurung and Samalaju, nearby the oil and gas industry, Dato Wee. So basically, it helped because how come you want to bring this big massive cabin to each side? You cannot make it possible. So this is why Dato Wee, UKM started to develop this kind of technology. It's a local made by our talent student and our talent researcher.
Okay, very good. So I think the next one we will be asking, because I think people will say, "Oh, okay, you have this instrument and all that." What actually this async measure?
Okay. Thank you, Dato Wee. So basically, back to the
because there are two,
question.
there are two index people are talking about. One is API, the air pollution index. One is AQI, something like that. Yeah. So people might say, hey, only the middle word is different. So people say, okay, what is this? And then what's the difference within all this?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Dato Wee. Yeah, I understand. To be honest, Dato Wee, we cannot blame the public. So if I'm the public, I also will be confused. Oh, why this?
Yeah, this I say sometimes in need explanation. I think it's a duty to actually let people, because I think there are some I think there are people who always want to miscredit the mayor. So they can always make 1,001 story. But I think let's open up, be transparent. Just tell people what I mean.
True.
What actually we want is to make sure that we protect the health of our rakyat.
True. I agree with you, Dato Wee. I know it's difficult to be a mayor, right, Dato Wee? I really admire you, Dato Wee. I searched about your background yesterday. I see that you are very close to the community, and that which is difficult to find a pemimpin like that, a leader like that. Okay.
Let's go. What is that async measure?
Yeah, okay. Dato Wee, just now I mentioned about the cabin that contain instrument belong to Department of Environment, DOE, right? So these gas analyzer are very big and high power consumption, and then it's difficult to bring remote lah. It's not a portable lah. So and then the technique of we call it this instrument as gas analyzer. So gas analyzer for carbon monoxide, gas analyzers for NO2, nitrogen dioxide, gas analyzers for sulfur dioxide and particulate matter, and so on. So there are many. So each of the pollutants can be measured by this gas analyzer. So which means if you have 10 pollutants you want to measure, you need to have the 10 gas analyzer, which is normally Department of Environment. What they did is they install the analyzer in a rack So like for example, they have like 3 level or 4 level of rack, and then they put I mean they arrange properly lah in like in cabinet lah. So how our device basically is combine all those many analyzer in one unit, very small unit. You can bring wherever you want to measure the air quality, and then but our devices and DOE, we are measuring or monitoring similar pollutants like DOE, the station one, the station which I mentioned, they measure carbon monoxide, nitrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxide, ozone, particulate matters, PM2.5 and PM10, temperature, humidity. So those that they are measured by them also measured by our device. But the principle to measure between our unit and their gas analyzers are different, but we give to the community or to the agencies similar output or outcome. For example, like what if we have this analyzer, we have any devices or any equipment, at the end of the day, we want to say what is the concentration level, what is the level of the air quality at those particular sites. So basically, what UKM developed is to complement Department of Environment, because if you have, in Taiwan, Dato Wee, I was in Taiwan early of this year. I attended low cost or affordable air quality monitoring. In Taiwan, they use 50,000 of air quality sensors network to show to the community, to help the community. Even okay, I don't want to compare with Taiwan, Dato Wee. We can say our neighbor like Singapore and Thailand. In Thailand, Dato Wee, they make it public, their air quality data, because for them, rakyat or community, they deserve to know the air quality level. But Dato Wee, I want to emphasize, even though they talk about low cost sensors or affordable sensors or small devices, the devices need to attend so-called quality control or QC. So I will explain later how can we just like this Dato Wee, how Pro 2 Kancil and Mercedes, how can I make the Pro 2 Kancil behave like Mercedes, drive smooth, very quiet, feel like luxuries. So this is our specialties at UKM. So we make the device, we make the quality control, we do the calibration, we do the validation, so that it will represent almost similar range to the station. Okay, one last I want to emphasize, Dato Wee. Sensors and station will not be 100% similar, because as I told you, they are different technique. Because I don't want to go to the technical parts. But if we do the calibration, we do the validation, we want to make Kancil behave like Mercedes and as a supplementary, not to replace the reference one.
Yeah. So I think I think people are very interested in saying, okay, whatever those components that putting together and all that. But how I mean, I think, is that different apply for different other areas or country, that how we the API officially calculated? Because I think there must be something that a formula. Yeah, a formula. Oh, different country have different way of formula in getting, because what actually you can see Syrian Kuching all this and all that. So I think it's quite clear. You can actually see that different area have different type of index. So to me is, I mean, the nearest school to my site here is Chunghua Primary School number 3. I'm sure the index here and Chunghua Primary School number 2 is totally different. So I cannot use this index and say, hey, primary 3 close, primary 2 you're healthy, no need to close. It cannot be like that. So I think people who know about all this, I think they should understand. I mean, for us, we are not trying to say, hey, you must use that. No, we just that's why we keep on emphasizing that this is only an indication. That's it. A smart pole, because we erected long before haze is here. Long before haze is here. So
Yeah.
now talking about all this API calculated, so how actually you put all this together?
Okay, thank you. I think this, to be honest, Dato Wee, the reason that I want to be here today, this is the best platform. What you did for your Facebook Live is really good platform, Dato Wee, because people, our rakyat only nak tahu or want to know the API during his. I think there's less people want to know API during normal day, right, Dato Wee? It's okay.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. No,
so
no, we get
so
it every day.
yeah. So API. So what is API? Okay. API is air pollution index. So it is an index, no unit, only an index. To tell the community what is the level. Is it like you say? We have 0 to 50 good, and then
50 to 100.
50 to 100 is moderate, and then unhealthy, and then blah blah. So they have different band color to represent
Yes.
the. So the index basically is to represent how good is your air quality. Okay, Dato Wee. So how we calculate is okay. It's a bit technical. You can imagine API is just a mathematical formula contain five pollutants, which is carbon monoxide, nitrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxide, ozone, and particulate matters. Okay, in Malaysia, or I think like Malaysia or Singapore or Indonesia, we use quite similar. We call it mathematical formula. So what actually this formula came from US EPA. US EPA is a body lah in the US, which is very I mean in my background as a environmental science, US EPA is a big body that normally all countries use their index lah, including API. So this mathematical formula is basically the average of 24 hours, Dato Wee. This is when people are a bit confused.
Okay.
When for example it happened in Semenanjung last time. The communities look the visibility seems okay, but the API is like unhealthy. Unhealthy is high. Okay, basically this index, this API calculated is 24 hours average before. Okay, for example, if you look at NREB API website or dashboard, right? Let's say today I look 11 a.m. I look at Kuching. The index is 181. Okay, 181. The API index. So that's 181 is basically is 10 a.m. From 10 a.m. to from 10 p.m. at night last night to 10 a.m. today. So that is 24 hours average of the pollutant concentration. So which means that what you look at the API at the dashboard is basically is the 24 hours before your time that you are looking at it. So this calculation is a standard lah, Dato Wee. So basically, I mean, if I'm rakyat, maybe I can ask, how come why it calculate based on 24 hours before? Why not 20? Why not now? Okay, it is basically linked to the toxicology study lah, Dato Wee. So normally, when researcher want to study the toxicity of, for example, particulate matters towards human body, so normally they will use exposure of 24 hours that we have been absorbed. So whatever that I absorbed 24 hours before, so they will use that concentration to calculate the API. Okay, so as I said, the API contain a mathematical formula, contain 5 different pollutants of the average 24 hours. Okay, now the index that NREB or DOE will choose to visualize to the public is basically the highest sub-index. For example, Dato Wee, today, okay, the API for ozone is 20. The API for sulfur dioxide is 30. PM10 is 70. And then PM 2.5 is 150, for example. So the Jabatan Alam Sekitar will choose the highest sub-index among the other index as today API. So which mean normally during haze lah, Dato Wee. For example, this morning 181 index for Kuching. So basically that is 181 index from the PM 2.5 or particulate matters. Normally, if we compare during haze and non-haze, Dato Wee, normally during normal days without haze, normally the particles that really dominant is PM10. Okay, PM10. So PM10 and PM2.5 to all rakyat. How can we differentiate? Okay, PM2.5 is you just think easily. PM2.5 is smaller than PM10. So PM2.5 can when I bernafas, Dato Wee, the particulate PM2.5 will go to my lung. So that's why PM2.5 is much more dangerous because PM10 will stuck at our bulu hidung. Yeah. So to answer your API is the mathematical model contain 5 average 24 hours of pollutants, and the one that show daily is the highest one.
So that explain all for the official API and our real-time local sensor reading. Am I correct to say that?
Yeah.
So because this is real time, so you can actually see it move. If you don't believe me, you can stand there every half an hour and all that you can see it either up or down a little bit here and there. So I think that is what we call the real-time local sensor on the reading on our board. So so you see, I mean, when just now you're talking about USEPA, okay, the certification, what actually it means with this USEPA?
Okay, Dato Wee, USEPA, as I told you before, basically is a body lah. Okay, is a body in America, in US. Okay, okay. I just want to emphasize this, Dato Wee, and to all of my friends, USEPA does not generally certify or endorse any local sensors or small sensors, but it publishes testing protocol and performance target for our supplementary sensors, which is the calibration, the validation. Because you know why, Dato Wee, I just want to say, okay, maybe public say, hey, how come USCPA only give a protocol of calibration and validation, but not the certification? Because just like this lah, Dato Wee. For example, if I have a product, right, and then the product that I develop is very affordable. I don't say cheap, very affordable. And then I have the same product that are very famous or very people use. I mean, like people trust it. For example, like I have a product, I have a handphone. Like for example, brand Dato Wee. Sorry, Dato Wee. I just made use your name. So Dato Wee phone brand, and then we have Samsung. Right, so the Samsung, I know that Samsung, people trust, people use, million of people use Samsung. Probably like 10 people use Dato Wee brand, for example. So and then there's a body, and then I go to the body. Hey, I want to make sure my handphone working like Samsung. So normally they have a agency or agent lah can test, can give you a protocol. You want to make sure your line is okay, your voice are okay, your texting button are working well. So this kind of protocol that we use from USEPA, Dato Wee, because of course lah, USEPA don't want many cheap. If they give a certification, maybe a businessman, okay, local sensors seem very important because I can deploy at many places, and then I can get USEPA certification. So that's why USEPA is a bit worry lah. But at the moment, because of if you want to use as a supplementary, you need to follow the USEPA, we call it protocol or guideline for calibration. Dato Wee.
So meaning that if you actually look, so you know the way you explain and all those, I think meaning that different location, okay, you'll be different humidity. Even you will be affected by weather, because sometimes you know the weather is raining here, but it's on the other side and not raining. You know, so that will affect all the sensor things and all those. So I mean, to us is our smart post and official station, right? It's about
mm.
3 km apart.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
I'm sure that those reading will not be the same. So
Yeah.
that's why we keep on emphasizing on one thing. Those
Mm.
posts that we put up here is a smart ESG post. All right, it's
Mm.
for the resident here,
Mm.
including other than those people who are coming for exercise, the joggers,
Mm.
and all that,
Mm.
making use of the park, including our coaching festival who come, people coming
Yeah.
here. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
so you see, I think in short, we just want how should the public use the smart poll reading? I think
Okay.
like we say,
Mm.
when we look at that smart polls,
Mm.
there are few things there. You look at
Yeah.
the PM 2.5, whatever that is. So those are the things that appear. So people only look at that index, So
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
below there, they might not understand what does that show and
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
actually. Yeah. So can you explain, the polls, all the readings and all that
Mm.
appear on that post?
Mm.
Can you just
Mm.
explain to them? Say, because I don't want to
Yeah.
put up a smart poll
Mm.
only used for one thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
because we know that post have a lot of things that they can read on and
Yeah.
to know. So what
Mm.
can you explain? Okay, other than the index, what are the
Mm.
other things that you explain? Then what does that the index there and what does that show and what is it
Mm.
for? Yeah.
Okay, Dato Wee. Dato Wee. I just want to share you. This is a scientific base, Dato Wee. Probably it's not happened to Malaysia, but it will happen. About 35 million people die annually because of air pollution, Dr. Wee, in Africa, in India, in Bangladesh. So normally in Malaysia, we always ingat the kemalangan kereta the only that cause people die. No, Dr. Wee.
Mm.
Basically, if globally, if you compare with death incident because of kemalangan or accident towards air pollution is much more higher. But it's
Oh.
just that in Malaysia, because we just severely occur haze like short period of time. But like India and some of the country that having bad issue problem because people die because Dato' Wee,
Mm.
during haze the increasement people having asthma, having respiratory issue, heart attack is increasing because of the air
Yeah.
quality issue. As I said, PM 2.5 can penetrate into our lung and it will reduce the oxygen taker to our brain. So that's why air pollution ni, Dato' Wee, for us in Malaysia, we still like, can air pollution kill me? Probably not in Malaysia, but actually it does happen, Dato' Wee. So this is good initiative by MBKS. Actually, Dato' Wee, it's not just MBKS started this smart pole. We collaborate with MBSJ, Majlis Bandaraya Petaling Jaya, Majlis Bandaraya Pulau Pinang through Maxis project. We
Mm.
collaborate our collaborator like recently Majlis Bandaraya Ipoh also use the similar thing because mayor like you basically think about rakyat. Some for example lah, as I told, if I'm mayor, probably if I'm really good mayor, think about air quality, and this is a deserve to give information to community. Yes, I will use this kind of small devices
Yeah.
to show API. Okay,
Mm.
but okay, like you say, festival, Kuching Festival will be going on, right, Dato' Wee?
Already
Okay.
done.
Yeah.
We're
So
lucky.
yeah, well done. Okay. This API basically, as I said, like I just say, I mentioned about is a indicator either kurang
Mm.
sehat or unhealthy or sangat-sangat bahaya. Okay.
Mm.
But what is our precaution step is the rakyat. Okay. For example, the smart pole show very unhealthy, and then precaution step is you can do activities, you can jog, you can do, but you need to wear mask or reduce your activity. For example lah, if I want to
Mm.
jog, normally I jog 10 kilometer for 1 hour. So maybe during haze, I wear mask and then I reduce my activity to 30 minutes, for example. So basically, it doesn't mean unhealthy. You cannot do any kind of thing. You can tutup sekolah or whatever. No,
Mm.
no. But there's a precaution because haze not really happen for a long period of time because of the wind direction. So the wind can blow the particles move away from Kuching, for example. So the decision from authorities or city councils like MBKS is really important. So if the local reading rises, people can reduce the activity, take additional precaution, and check the official DOE API. You can use, as I said, DOE is our reference. We need to, because this is the reason why Jabatan Alam Sekitar is there to help to show. But why not? Just now you say, just like you say just now. I have Astro at house. I can read my own movie, and my neighbor can read my own movie. But the same message, as long the devices follow the protocol calibration, give almost similar range, and this can be used as a precaution step. And as you say, Dato Wee, even though station DOE you said 3 kilometer away. This morning after I received a call to attend this interview, I do some analysis. So I go to the Google Map. I can see the station DOE is quite northern, a bit northern, 3 kilometer away from the MBKS public park, right? So the MBK public park has more like additional emission from vehicles, from industry compared to the station, because I can see the DOE station nearby the river, where the river evaporated during hot weather. Okay, so the water vapor can absorb this particle. So that's why I can say that different, even though it's close, it's near, it doesn't mean that the API will be the same, because this additional emitter, additional meteorological factors will give different type of index. But did you see the MBKS sensors show good, and then the station DOE show unhealthy? In that scenario, yes, I can say, oh, there's something problem with the sensor. But now the sensor is read like 200 plus, and then DOE is 181. So it's not much different because of the additional emission from kenderaan, Dato Wee, compared to the to the station side.
So I think overall, I'm sure later on there will be a question for you. So I think
sure.
I think here we just want, if you agree that I have put some point. The key message in actual fact, we want to tell the people, our rakyat, is Department of Environment, NREB, this is the official API. Okay, that's official from the government. Our MBKS smart poles is the supplementary local reading. Local, sendiri, local reading. So we want to emphasize that different location can produce different reading. Okay, so ours, is just for our own usage. We are not trying to take the lead. Neither we are going to interfere. Neither we are going to show, say they must use ours or whatever it is. No argument about that. Follow DOE and REB. So we only hope that this device will actually can complement each other.
True.
When you datang sini, I know the air quality in MBKS park. When I go to Huixin, I know this have another indicator. So you know where that is because it's real time. So the display clearly stated that its reading is indicative only. Okay, indicative. Kasi you tahu saja, you pergi sini, what is the temperature? You pergi sana, what is the temperature? That's it. Right. So I think because I think someone just start to make joke of this and all that, saying that why this and all that. I see we try to mislead the public. All right. I think if possible, like I said, you can start for a few days. All right, and all those, but as far as when you have no air, you die very fast. So this is something that we think that this is important, so people who make use of the park, who exercise at our park in an open space, they know what is the index like, whether it's healthy. Jangan because he say, there's some there, the wife say, not healthy, you cannot go out. The husband say, okay, you see the indicator there, okay. Jangan marah-marah. Look at that one. So that's all we are doing. We're not trying to champion anything at all. So I
Understand.
think those people who said, I think there's some, there's some lady politician that's making comment, taking this as a joke, and all that. I think we should not. When there's a disaster like COVID, like
Yeah.
haze and all that, first thing we think is the health of our rakyat.
Right. Yeah. So
Not to discredit someone that's using this as a political, which I think is totally not fair for anyone. So that's why I say, a lot of times, haze can haze is something that actually it will affect. That's why, especially those people with asthma, asthma. So I think thank you so much for Doc to come in. I know it's your anniversary. You can celebrate it later at night.
thank you.
So I will open up now to our friends in our Facebook Live. You have any question, you can ask Doctor here. He will be able to explain to you because for me, I only know that much. If you have any question, you can ask now before I release him for reunion. Okay, come. Even we got good sensor measurement, the air quality is bad or good. We try to avoid outdoor activities. There isn't enough because we cannot solve the root cause. In fact, we should find the root and talk to Indonesia government to reduce the pollution at minimum level. But we must keep mentioning even 100 times about the air quality. The monitor are the
Yeah.
effectively solve the problem. The answer is no. I urge our government should solve this air pollution issue. Yes, Mr. Pui, in actual fact, I have promised you all that I will go and visit and put our concern over to Consulate General of Indonesia. And you go back to my Facebook, and then some wise person commented, say, who are you? You just want to show off. It should be done by the state government. To me, the rakyat's issue is my issue because I am the mayor. Are you so particularly anyone, any citizen or any selected representative or elected representative should do the approach? If you can write love letter to me, you can write letter to them.
Yeah.
So if the mayor is taking it up, what's wrong with it? What's wrong with it? Because I'm also affected. I'm also a citizen. I'm also a rakyat, So I think sometimes it's political comment. Please comment it in a nice way. I don't do it for myself. So I was there on last Monday. I spoken to him. I think I accept his explanation. Of course, it's. I mean, to them is the government also don't want this to happen, right? They are trying their very best to do what is in their role and in the part. They say, our government have trying our very best also, for all this open burning and all that. They try to control, but somehow, from time to time it happened. You see, so that's why. But they promised they will do their best. Okay, like what as a mayor, I went there. Of course, they are celebrating the Independence Day. It's not supposed to mention, but I grabbed the opportunity. It's a very friendly type of, because I have to bring the concern of my people over to the other side. Of course, on my level is I can only talk to the Consulate General. I cannot go to see the president now, So this is leave it to all that. But what I want to say is, no one want this to happen. If you go over to the other side, all right, the haze is even worse. Do you think Indonesians don't take care of their own rakyat also? They do. You think they are not concerned? They are. So let's help each other. I mean, on our part, we also have to be more considerate also. All right. You see, that's why today I want to say something. I will post up the picture later. A lot of garden waste, you throw it outside, it's all dried up. Just one cigarette butt will burn the whole thing. It happened in one of the school not far away 3 weeks ago. I was there. They cut all the glass, they cut all the trees, dump it there. One cigarette. So you saw that it was Chunghua school number 3, is it? Chunghua, Thomas, Chunghua number 3, is it? That school? That day we went. I was with Eric and that one. The corner roadside was burned. Bomba was there to rescue. So it happened. You see, so please, it might look small for you. During any festive season, you just clear your own garden waste. You think you just throw it there, it's okay. It don't happen. But during dry season, so for the other thing we want to warn is for those people who are smoker, please make sure that your cigarette butts, okay, it can cause fire. You take my words. I've seen twice already. I don't want to, so whatever it is, please. This is one thing that everybody have to be responsible. Cut down the burning that you have to, reduce the burning that you have to as a responsible citizen. All right, nothing personal, nothing against anything, but I just want to speak out as a mayor, which I think everybody have a role to play, especially now. All right, especially now. We can always say it. The haze is because of our neighbor, correct? So why are we still want to add in? All right. So this is for you to interpret lah. Nothing against anybody. I just want to mention. I just speak up my mind. So let's play our part, do our role. We totally understand. I mean, no one is God. We cannot use the wind to blow the other side. Now West Malaysia also should get it. So it's spread over to Cebu already. So these are the things that is happening. So why we knew the source, where does it come from, and on our side we try to reduce burning also on our part. I think that will reduce, definitely will reduce. All right, so any question they posted? Anyone? Thank you for the explainer. I'd like to ask, although MBKS ESG API may not be represent the entire Kuching area, could it still be used as an indicator to assess the API of the MBKS area? After the Kuching area is quite large. So the question is, could it still be used as an indicator to assess the API of MBKS area?
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Mr. Jackie. Very good question. As I told you, my experience when I was in Taiwan, they have many census network to as a supplementary to help the station. So this is a good initiative for MBKS. Dr. Jackie, maybe you can maybe edit more census network in Kuching area to represent the whole resolution of Kuching. And then I think back to Mr. Jackie, this is quite difficult to represent the whole Kuching area. So you need good, precise census across Kuching. Because for information, Dato Wee, one census can represent at least 2 kilometers, 2 to 3 kilometers coverage. So if you have, I think we collaborate with Inch IoT Sdn Berhad. I think they are the one that local Sarawakian partner that install the sensors. So I think maybe you can probably thinking to expand the census network, because this is part of smart city concept.
Because I was there's something that I also would like to do is all in one. You have your CCTV, you have all these things, including further down your smart traffic light, all that as one tiang, or else semua pergi mana-mana semua atas tiang. So I think technology wise, one day it can happen. Your CCTV, your traffic light, you have all this, to identify and get all this information that is basic information for the rakyat to know openly and transparently. Okay, any more question?
Yeah, yeah.
are linked to the MBKS probably mainly from heart disease, stroke, and lung cancer. Yeah, correct. That's why for those who have, especially those aging, people, I mean more than 60, 80 or 70, whatever that is. If you have asthma and all that, so I think try not to go out lah. And please also close all your window, use your aircon.
And also amplifier.
Amplifier, yes. And then the other thing is try, if you really need to, please wear your mask. Okay, really, you have to put up your mask now. Okay, whether it's whether it's healthy or unhealthy, but I think sometimes when you look at it, you know. Okay, any more? The wife is calling. Okay, because we at the moment we don't want to confuse anything like such, but we will try on that angle lah, yeah, and then we'll see how people can actually. I think your suggestion is good. I did discuss that, yeah, I did discuss that, but you see, sometimes we just don't want to confuse the rakyat. When we give you the link, when you go in there, and then you see this one, and then later on it will be distributed to all, forward, and then they say, MBKS said this, Mayor said this index is like that. So I think, all right, later on we'll see how it goes, but it must be very clear that this is in this area. Okay, it's an just a indicator. All right, indicator in this area. If you are coming to Kuching Park to run and exercise, you want to know whether the index is healthy for you to do that, that's okay. But at the moment, we'll see how are we going to put it. Okay, how are we going to do it? Where else in Malaysia? I think in West Malaysia, we are the only one. In East Malaysia, we are the only one. In Borneo, West Malaysia, they have few. I think Johor is having it. PJ is having it. Ipoh, I think, are having it now.
Yeah.
So there are a few in actual fact. Yeah. We should have more of this smart power in Kuching. Yes, we are looking into that angle. Since we have two here, in actual fact, I was just trying to see to move one to another park so that you have two to be shared rather than you have two in one here. All right. So of course, shifting is another costing, but we will do it and then we will fight for more funding on this lah. Okay. All right. Any more questions? No more. So I think Dr. Rao was looking at the wife, the children, and all that. So it's not fair to hold him because I told him half an hour. I'm sure I spent more than half an hour. Okay. Anyway, thank you so much, Dr. Shahrul. Thank you so much in coming in to assist us to explain so that people here can actually have more understanding of what we are doing. All right, because sometimes it really need explanation, especially from a professional like yourself, so that the rakyat will understand what is that post doing there, why are different, so we don't give chance to other people who want to manipulate or whatever they're thinking of doing to discredit MBKS. Yeah, so once again, a happy anniversary, and then thank you very much for your help and assistance and your advice. And I hope from time to time, when we call you, make yourself available for us.
Always,
Okay?
always. I'm very close. I'm very close with Kuching now. I think I have friends
very good. Very good.
from NRB, UiTM, and so on. So terima kasih. Thank you so much, Sheni, for this opportunity, Dato Wee.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Have a nice time. Yeah. Okay. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.